Viewers, my name is Ashby, and this morning I've decided to demonstrate to persons who purchase pineapples from me how I use pineapples. And I can tell you, I want to thank each one of you for purchasing pineapples from me in the past. These pineapples here are just the last of what I am reaping, and as a result, I want to demonstrate here how I really use pineapples. So you would get an idea of how I use pineapples. Now, I try to use them so that they would not itch my lips, and in the process, I go through as I would describe to you. So they are there, and I would go close to them and I would show you what I do when I am using my pineapple. So this one here is one that is turning, and I have it for a certain reason. And we have another one here. I mentioned to you of those that can be without a top. That little one is one without a top. So I just rested there. We have big ones like that without a top, and I explained earlier why they are without a top. This is another looking like gold, and they are smelling very sweet, and they are sweet. But there are persons who state it scratch. As they mentioned, it irritates the lips, and sometimes your tongue could be, irritated depending on a number of things. So I would use any one, excuse me, of these knives, and I use this one in the middle there a lot, this one, and I would cut a pineapple in four. Now this is 3 pieces remaining from half, and then I remove one of these to demonstrate here what I do. So when I cut it in four, then it comes something like this, like this. It comes like this because I remove the middle. I cut off the middle. This is the 2 pieces from the middle. These are pieces from the middle. This is a piece from the middle. Then when you do that, when you cut off this here, this part here, when you cut off this, right, you end up with a piece. This is what I ate. This here is what I ate. And you end up with this, the skin and pineapple flesh remaining on it, right? Pineapple flesh remaining on this. So what I do after I remove the part that I eat, like this one, this is the part, as I said earlier, that I cut off from the middle here, and I end up, after cutting off this, I end up with this. I use a spoon. And I remove the flesh. That flesh here, I hold this in the palm of my hand, and I scrape off this with the spoon. I then would eventually, after scraping it off, as you see this one is well scraped off with a spoon, I end up with this juicy part here. This is, I would put this in something with a little water and I would get juice from it. So I end up with this after removing this, removing this, and removing this. I scrape off everything from the skin here. I end up with this part of the skin which I would throw away. So I am not really wasting too much of the pineapple. Now, if you had to just cut off what you want to eat and you end up with this, maybe you would wonder what you would do with this. And maybe you can throw away all of this, but no, you can scrape it off. You would end up with this juicy here. No, and then you can use this in a pot to get some juice. You see these little fellas? These little fellas are the ones that can irritate your lips when you peel the pineapple around. These may be cut off, but these little pieces remain inside. And if you don't pick them off, you have to get maybe a knife like this or something and pick them off. You see all this little brown stuff, and beneath it is a seed. So you have to pick off all of these when you peel it round, because I didn't write. No, I don't have. I wanted to show you when you peel it round how it appears and what you would have to do in order to avoid this from irritating your tongue or your lips, because even if part of it is cut off and a little brown piece like that stay inside, it would still irritate. These little things, they irritate your lips, they irritate your tongue. You have to remove them. Now, how they are removed here, I am going to put it in a pot or something, and I am going to steam it, which I will get juice from. Normally, I steam all of these. Now, if I were to produce, oh, I went to the bottles. If I were to produce pineapple and put them in bottles and decide to sell pineapple juice in bottles, I would lose. Even if I blend this and these, all these, I eat them. I crush these, crush it with my teeth, and I get the juice from it. This, I intake all of this with the pulp, everything, I intake it. You see a little brown fella here, you see a seed, right? See a little brown fella, you see a seed. You have to try and get off these when you, this is a seed, this is just one of many of them. So you have to try and get off these as you try to make your juice. So this is just a casual little view here of what I would do with pineapples to eat. I love them. I would eat most of that there. Sometimes when I cut a pineapple this size, I can only eat half. You see the two pieces? I can only eat two pieces. I cannot eat more. There is some down there that I had yesterday evening, and I have to put all, together, steam them, and I will get drink from them. But when I do that, no, all the pulp that remain, I have to throw it away. Because it's already drained. You squeeze all the juice from it, so you have to throw away all the pulp. So I just decided this morning I would do this because I would try and inform what I do with pineapples when I use them. Maybe I left off one or two, but I think you got a good idea of what I do when I use pineapples.